Could a single company wield enough power to steer the policies of world governments? Imagine a world where the lines between corporate power and political authority blur, where businesses hold sway not just over markets, but over the laws and decisions that govern societies across the globe. This is not the plot of a dystopian novel, but a reality that could be closer than we think. In today's interconnected world, some corporations have grown so large and powerful that they can influence global politics. These entities are not just economic giants, but also political powerhouses. Their reach extends beyond mere market dominance. They shape public policy, influence international relations, and sometimes even dictate the terms of global governance. Take, for instance, the vast influence of technology moguls who control information flows, or the big players in the automotive industry reshaping national energy policies to favor electric vehicles. These are but glimpses of how deeply corporate tentacles are embedded in the political landscapes. So how do these corporations manage to exert such influence? What tools do they use? And what are the implications for democracy and global stability? These are critical questions that need answers. Join us as we peel back the layers of corporate influence on global governance. When you think of powerful entities, do tech giants come to mind? It's hard not to, especially when considering the colossal influence of figures like Elon Musk. Musk, heralded as a visionary, commands an empire that spans across several critical sectors: space, automotive, artificial intelligence, and global communications. His ventures, namely SpaceX, Tesla, and the more recently acquired social platform Twitter X, not only innovate but also reshape their respective domains. Take SpaceX, for instance. This isn't just about launching rockets into space, it's about owning the infrastructure that could one day colonize Mars. The implications? A single company could potentially hold the keys to new planetary settlements. Then there's Starlink, a constellation of satellites aimed at providing global internet coverage. Here lies a dual-edged sword. While promising to bridge the digital divide, it also places immense power over global communications into the hands of one entity. Moving to terrestrial concerns, Musk's acquisition of Twitter X has stirred significant discourse on the power of digital platforms in shaping public opinion and political landscapes. With millions of users and the power to influence societal narratives, the control over such a platform means having a direct line to the global populace's thoughts and interactions. But Musk's ambitions don't end at social media and rockets. His ventures into artificial intelligence and brain-computer interfaces like Neuralink suggest a future where his companies could influence not only external tools but internal human capacities. Imagine a world where one company doesn't just affect what information you can access, but how you interact with that information or even how you think. The reach of these corporations extends far beyond mere tweets and rockets. The implications of this concentration of power are profound, touching on issues of privacy, autonomy, and perhaps the very fabric of democracy. As we advance technologically, the need for robust ethical frameworks and regulatory measures becomes not just prudent but essential. Are we prepared to manage the power we've vested in the hands of the few? The answer to this question could shape the future of global governance and human interaction. Diamonds are symbols of wealth, but could they also be tools of power? In the sprawling expanses of Siberia beneath the frozen earth lies a treasure trove not just of opulence but of geopolitical leverage. Russia, through its giant diamond company Alrosa, controls a staggering 1/3 of the world's diamond supply. This connection isn't merely commercial, it's deeply entwined with the Russian government, extending tendrils into the military and even the nuclear sectors. The influence wielded by such a monopoly extends far beyond the sparkling displays in jewelry stores across the globe. In the corridors of global power, these gems serve as more than just adornments. They are potent tools in the complex game of international relations. When countries like the US and UK impose sanctions, they often stop short of severing ties with industries as critical as the diamond trade, highlighting the delicate balance of economic interests and ethical considerations. The European Union, notably Belgium with its pivotal Antwerp World Diamond Center, remains hesitant to take action. This reluctance stems from a myriad of concerns. From the economic, thousands of jobs tied up in the trade, to the ethical, disrupting decades of efforts to ensure that diamonds are sourced responsibly. The debate rages over how to handle Russian diamonds, with some advocating for stricter controls, while others warn of the unintended consequences of diverting these resources to less scrupulous markets. This strategic resource serves not only as a significant economic asset, but also as a bargaining chip in the broader geopolitical arena. The control over such a vital commodity allows Russia to exert substantial influence, shaping international policies and maintaining a crucial position in global diplomacy. As we delve deeper into the implications of the diamond trade, it becomes clear that the ethical debates and economic impacts are intertwined with broader strategies of governance and control. The sparkle of diamonds, it seems, illuminates a complex web of relationships and power plays that reach across borders and into the chambers of power worldwide. As glittering as they are, these gems carry the weight of geopolitical strategies. Is the shift towards electric vehicles just about saving the planet, or is there more under the hood? In a bold move, General Motors, under the leadership of CEO Mary Barra, announced a staggering $27 billion investment to transform the company into an electric-only vehicle manufacturer by 2035. This decision didn't just come out of the blue. It was a calculated strategy, influenced heavily by evolving market trends, tightening government regulations, and a keen eye on the future of transportation. Let's delve deeper into this. The automotive industry is on the brink of a revolution, with electric vehicles at the forefront. Governments around the world are ramping up regulations to reduce carbon emissions, pushing automakers to pivot towards more sustainable practices. This regulatory environment acts not just as a constraint, but as a catalyst for innovation. Now, consider the potential of this shift to shape global environmental policies. As one of the leading automakers, General Motors' commitment to electrification could set a benchmark, nudging other industry players towards similar commitments. This domino effect could significantly amplify the impact on global carbon reduction efforts, aligning with international climate goals such as the Paris Agreement. However, there's another layer to this. By betting big on electric vehicles, General Motors is positioning itself to capitalize on the subsidies and incentives offered by governments to support the green transition. This isn't just about environmental responsibility, it's also a strategic maneuver to tap into new markets and funding opportunities, potentially increasing their slice of the global automotive market. Moreover, the move towards electric vehicles opens up new avenues for technological integration, like advanced battery technologies and AI-driven automation, areas that are increasingly becoming competitive edges in the automotive industry. The road to electrification is paved with both good intentions and strategic interests. As we witness this shift, it's crucial to recognize that while the environmental benefits are clear, the underlying motivations are layered and complex, intertwining corporate strategy with global sustainability efforts. What happens when corporate interests align too closely with political power? This question has become increasingly relevant as multinational corporations grow in size and influence, often reaching into the very fabric of national and international policymaking. Imagine a world where the priorities of a few powerful companies dictate the economic strategies of entire countries, where legislation and regulations are crafted not for the public good, but to enhance corporate profits. This isn't just a hypothetical scenario, it's a reality we are edging closer to each day. Take, for example, a fictional global tech giant, let's call it Tech Global, which holds significant sway over digital communications. If Tech Global were to leverage its power to influence internet regulations, it could potentially shape policies that favor its own services, stifling competition and innovation. The result? A monopolistic stronghold that could dictate prices, control information, and limit consumer choices. Now, consider another hypothetical company, AgriCorp, which dominates the agricultural industry. If AgriCorp's lobbying efforts lead to agricultural policies that favor large industrial farming over small, sustainable practices, the consequences could be dire. Such policies might maximize short-term corporate profits, but at the expense of long-term environmental sustainability and the livelihoods of small farmers worldwide. Moreover, when corporations like these influence global policies, they can exacerbate inequalities and undermine democratic processes. The citizen's voice in governance diminishes, and the corporate agenda takes precedence, leading to a cycle where policies favor those at the top, further entrenching their power and influence. This corporate influence on governance not only challenges the principles of democracy, but also poses risks to global stability. Economic policies, environmental regulations, and even human rights could be manipulated to serve corporate ends, potentially leading to global discontent and unrest. As we consider the expanding reach of corporate giants, it becomes clear that the intersection of business and politics is fraught with potential conflicts of interest. the balance between corporate power and public interest remains a delicate dance. As we've explored today, the influence of corporations on global politics is both profound and pervasive. From the tech giants that shape our communication and information landscapes, to the diamond magnates whose operations intertwine with national economies, the reach is extensive. We've seen how these entities, like those led by figures such as Elon Musk, drive innovation but also hold significant sway over international policies and security concerns. Similarly, the role of companies like Alrosa in the diamond industry highlights the complex relationship between corporate wealth and governmental actions across the globe. In the automotive sector, leaders like Mary Barra at General Motors are steering massive shifts towards electric vehicles, influenced by and influencing global environmental policies and economic strategies. These moves are not just business strategies but are closely linked with legislative frameworks and international agreements. This interplay between corporate might and political power necessitates robust transparency and stringent regulations. Without these, the risk of corporations overshadowing democratic processes and compromising global stability becomes all too real. In the intricate web of global governance, understanding the role of corporate power is crucial for ensuring a fair and stable future for all.